Whoa. Can we just hold before we get into this? Whoa, that was almost a bit too close, guys. Anyway, I need to introduce you to this new series on my channel called Brilliant Bronzes, where I go around not all the bronze players, because some of them are pretty shit, but find the ones that are pretty good on FIFA and get you guys to try them out. We're going to be doing pretty much a review style, but they're going to be normal cards. And no, the card we're not doing is Wilson. We've already done a video on him, and unfortunately he is also injured, so he's out of the game for a while. Anyway, guys, let's jump straight on with the video, and we shall commence with the music. That's right, this is our guy right here, and his name is very hard to pronounce. It is Rubicki. Rubicki's pretty easy to say, so we're just going to call him Rubicki. He's actually only about 20 years old, so he's still pretty young, guys. He's got that 80 pace on his card, 57 shooting, we're going to completely ignore because it's not true. And his 68 dribbling is pretty low, to be honest with you guys. I really enjoyed using him. I think he could dribble quite well. His work rates aren't the best they could be. We've got high, medium, could be doing medium, low to just sort of stop him pushing up offside too much. But once again, I'm not going to complain because of the way he plays. His height being 5'9" isn't brilliant for headers, but I'll be honest with you, he didn't score any headers for me, but he hit the bar a couple of times, and I mean, that's not really anything I would complain about either. It's mainly just his height and his strength of actually getting up to headers. He wins them when there's no one else around, if you know what I mean. If we have a look over to the side, he has scored 6 goals in 6 games and got 1 assist, which isn't the best record for a striker, but I actually used him in one of my Road to Glories that I started, and he was really good in that, hence the reason I found him, because I don't just go hunting around randomly for like sort of Polish league strikers. But anyway, guys, what we're going to do is going to jump over and look at the team that I did use him in, just to show that you can get some good links and actually mix him into sort of a Bundesliga team. So yes, guys, we're going to jump over and have a look at that team right now. That team is going to pop up right about now. There we go, guys. As you can see, I've obviously linked him in with Lewandowski, both of them being Polish, and Blaszczykowski out on the right mid. And then around that, I've built a pretty nice Bundesliga team, pretty bang average for a Bundesliga team. And we got this guy here who plays for Wolfsburg. He's a centre mid and obviously also Polish to get that link. He's got 4-star weak foot and he's medium. So he was actually quite a nice player, just as a little add-on. He got an assist. He didn't score any goals, but we weren't talking about him. So let's just ignore cliche in there. But I mean, he's not a bad player. I don't want you guys being put off using this guy because you've got to link him with somebody like that. He was pretty decent. But anyway, if we look back up at Rubicki, he's up there with Lewandowski, who, let's see what he did. He got 2 goals in the 6 games, so he was not as good as Rubicki. Maybe I was trying a bit harder with Rubicki, but you never know. Right, guys, so that's the team I used him. As you can see, you can mix him into a Bundesliga team quite easily, and I'm sure there's plenty of other things you could sort of do. I mean, maybe try and turn that Bundesliga team using what's his name, Piszczek down right back. You could maybe turn it into a Premier League team with Szczesny in there as well. So that's for you guys to sort of play with. But all we're going to do now is we're going to jump into the highlights and talk a little bit more about this guy and his strengths and weaknesses. Right, guys, as we jump into these highlights of Rubicki actually in game, a couple of sort of good goals and stuff, you can see what's going on pretty much. We're going to talk about his one problem. People moan about it all over Foothead, etc. He has 29 strength, and I beg you guys, do not let that put you off, because he has 91 balance, and that means that he gets pushed off the ball when it's one-on-ones. It happens, most attackers do, but his balance really makes up for it when he's on the ball, when he's dribbling around players. You'll see him run past players here, and when he gets into those positions on his right foot, obviously his left foot's a little bit weaker, but on his right foot he just doesn't miss, guys. He powers them into the corners, even though his stats don't say he can do so. So yeah, guys, I really do implore you to try this guy out and not be put off by his sort of red stats, his orangey sort of stats, because they don't really mean anything. If that's how you work, you'd never ever use a bronze card on the game at all. So if we move on and talk about his positives and negatives a little bit deeper, what we've got in the positive side of things is his pace is obviously really good at 80, and his acceleration, etc. Finishing, you are seeing here, is very good. Balance, like I said, is 91. That is pretty solid, and his dribbling around players due to his balance and his speed is it's ridiculous, guys. It is ridiculous. But as I said, the two negatives are his strength and his heading. His heading accuracy must be pretty poor, because he was getting up to a couple of headers, but he was missing them as well, to be honest with you guys. But anyway, I do hope you enjoyed this video, guys, being the first sort of Brilliant Bronzes video from me. If you did, please leave a like down below, and obviously subscribe, because well, there's going to be more of this sort of content. And comment if you've got any bronze players you'd like me to try out and see what my opinion on them is, because you might love them, I might hate them. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I'll see you guys on the next one.